Stupid.
These are my titanium glasses. I was watching The Matrix, so I thought I'd go titanium.
Good.
I have some mud. I have some mud in my hair. I'm on a laptop.
Okay, so am I.
I know, but you're always on a laptop. Did you send that link to Matt?
How would I? No, did you only send it to me?
Yeah, I'm having issues with my link. Can you send it to Matt? God damn it. God damn it.
Let me send it to him.
Let me see if I can do this for my computer. I was updating my computer and it's not updating in time to do this podcast, and I don't have Matt's number in.
I just sent it to Matt. I sent it to Matt.
In my laptop. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're a good dude.
Hey, thanks, man. You're a good dude too.
Hey, so real quick.
Yep.
A few people text me and were asking me what's the deal with my sugar WOD programming. Who's it for? It's for...
I don't care. I don't care.
I believe it's for kids who are like 2 to 10 years old. It's 50 workouts. It's 50 videos. It's all single modality movements. It's all videos of my kids doing the movements.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's doing well. Thank you for those of you who purchased it already. It's basically you show the videos to your kids will see them, they'll start wanting to move, they'll start wanting to mimic the movements. The goal of the program is just to get your kid moving and for you to be there. And I'm working on the couplets now, 50 couplets, and that's that.
Sounds great. Okay, great plug. Good job. I'm sure lots of people were worried and sickened because they didn't know what was happening.
You guys started without me.
It's more than a plug. It's a service. It's a PSA, public service announcement.
Yeah.
Sevan, where are you?
So
your voice is sounding smooth, Matt.
It's that fancy microphone.
I know. I ordered that one just so you guys know. So it's coming. So we'll all three have the same microphone. Will look so cool.
And I'm on my laptop. I'm in my office. I actually have a complete podcast studio set up here. Like with
you
mics.
Just never used it for us?
I just never used it for you guys. I've never used it, period. When I thought, like in 2018 or 19, I thought I was going to get fired from CrossFit. And so I set up a podcast studio in my office so that I could go to war with them.
I see you got a nice halo light going there too, right?
Yeah, looking good.
Damn, you see that in my reflection?
Yeah.
In my titanium glasses?
I'm over here on my 2015 laptop looking real pixely.
I'm looking yellow because of my yellow light above my head.
Dude, me too. Yeah, like I don't have any outside light coming in because it's 9 p.m. here.
Oh no, you'll be fine. Let's see if this helps. Let me change this off.
Does your mom know you're in here? No, you can't be in here. This is big boy shit.
We need a wipe though.
There's no wipes in here. I'm in my office doing a podcast. I love you. Split. Thank you.
Dude, why have you never used your office for our podcast or for any podcast?
Because I don't know. I just like that. I like my main setup in my house.
Right in the main living room.
Yeah, so everyone can hear my kids in the background. One of my kids just crept in here. Hi.
Hey, what's your shirt? CFO. What's that?
CrossFit Livermore.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Matt, a lot of people were DMing me asking me about. 99% of the questions people DM me to ask you, I think, are just completely stupid, and I could give a shit about. Honestly, and I don't think you want to hear them either. But
I can't wait for the one that made it through the filters.
Well, the only reason why I made it through the filters is like 20 minutes ago, you posted a picture of you and Noah, and that was like a really popular question. They're like, how come Matt's not responding to Noah's text? I'm like, dude, like you want me to ask Matt on the podcast? I guess Noah said somewhere on an interview with the China South Morning Post or something that he texted you
drama.
That he texted you saying congratulations on your retirement and that you never responded. And so you never heard this story, this drama?
No.
Oh, lucky you.
Does that consider drama?
Yeah, if you don't respond to someone when they text you, you know your phone is made for the rest of us, right? It's not made for you.
No, if I didn't respond to him, it had nothing to do with the text coming from him.
Your hatred towards him.
That's another thing. People always say, like,
just kidding.
No, I've heard it a lot though, of like people saying like, "Oh, Matt doesn't like Noah," and it's like, no, that's not the case at all. No, like we were down in Georgia. God, my timeline's terrible. Like last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, and Marcy and Heber got in a day early in the morning than our meetings, and we're going in to do a video with Noah at CrossFit Think Tank, or no, at Training Think Tank. The gym's something else. And I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. I'll get down there and I'll join you guys. Like, it would be fun to hang out with Noah, with him not being a competitor. You know, it just kind of loosens up. Like, you can talk freely. You're not worried about like letting something slip of your training or your nutrition or something you're changing. And
is that really thoughts that you had?
Yeah, for the last 5 years, 100%.
Champion mindset, Josh.
Yeah,
champion mindset.
I'm not trying to help my competitors.
You're always going to slip that you do CrossFit.
No,
okay, so
I know I train,
sorry,
but I know
sorry,
I train differently
continue.
than other people.
Continue.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
When people would call me out for eating a Snickers bar at the games, they're like, "Is that a Snickers?" I'm like, "No, it's a protein bar, man."
So basically that picture was like a couple weeks old. That picture you posted today.
I think it's from it was probably a week ago. My timeline, I can't remember if things were 3 days ago or a month ago, but yeah, I think we were down in Georgia last weekend, something like that.
God, you travel a lot.
A little bit. Right now it's busy, but hopefully it'll settle down soon.
He looked yoked in that photo, and those pants you were wearing are killer. Those pants you're wearing are killer.
Dude, when usually the only time I ever see Noah is like at a competition. And, you know, I'm really not trying to focus on anyone else. That fucking guy is so cut and jacked. I don't get it. Like, I've trained very hard for a long time, and I aspire to have a body like his someday. Like,
yeah, you do. You want his body.
Crossed. Of course I do. Look at him, dude. He looks like
listen to Josh.
miniature bodybuilder.
Don't listen to Josh. Don't listen to Josh.
Man.
Hey, does Travis Meyer? Okay, everyone, look at their faces. Look at their faces. I'm going to ask a question.
Travis Mayer, not Meyer.
I'm going to ask
them a question. You don't know how to say his name, bro.
I'm going to ask them a question. Look closely at their faces, and we'll find out who's telling the truth or not here. Does Travis Mayer have a chance of winning the CrossFit Games this year?
No.
Damn, that's my boy.
I like Travis.
Damn.
I like Travis.
Yeah.
Did you see some?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm guessing on his open times alone. Like, I saw what he did on the last workout, and I love Travis. And I think he's a great guy, and I think he's a great competitor. I just don't think he's going to win the CrossFit Games. There's a lot of people I'd say that about too, though.
Yeah, like I think taking the whole aspect of like predicting on who wins the games or not, and then correlating that to if you like the person or not, they're two totally different things.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, right?
I look at
unless you're talking about Matt. Unless you're talking about Matt.
Yeah, sure. No, and like you don't have to like me. But if you say, like, I don't think you're going to win, then, yeah, you're fucking dead to me.
You're an honest dude, Matt. That's an honest Matt.
Honest answer.
But Travis just had he and his wife just had their fourth child, I believe. Yeah, so, I mean, he's got
I don't think they use contraception.
4 kids. And then he actually
maybe he wants a big family? What is wrong with you, Sevan?
Don't interrupt Matt again, Josh.
I'll do what I want.
And then he's running that gym. Like, he is an incredibly fit guy. There's a lot of talent. What's shocking to me is how strong he is, because he doesn't look like, he's not like the muscle bound. He's not the typical build for a great weightlifter. He's longer, thinner, but that kid can hoist some weight around. It's so impressive.
Yeah, his squat, his full cleans are impressive for sure.
Yeah, what did he hit not too long ago? Like 390, I think?
Yeah.
Like,
I just like his face.
He's one of the last people I would predict to be hitting a 390. That is huge.
Yeah.
And whatever that last workout was, 21.4, he did really well. I want to say he was in the top 30 in the world or whatever.
Yeah, but his the 21.3 time was like 9:30, and I work out once a day, and I did it in 9:57.
Yeah.
So if anybody was around
yeah, but how long is your once a day?
2 workouts, literally. I'm telling you, I'm not even kidding. I do maybe 2 workouts a day. That's it. And one is typically CrossFit Metcon, and then another one is maybe some strength, maybe.
But it's not the number of times you work out that caused you to not be as good as Travis. It's the fact you're old as dirt.
Says the man with a full gray beard.
It's not a leading. It's 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I'm
you
doing
look
this
really pale. Are you okay?
I'm doing this.
You don't
I'm
look
doing
healthy.
this.
You don't look
I'm
healthy
doing this
right now. I don't know if it's the light that's not making you look healthy, but you don't look healthy right now.
Do you guys own one of these?
I know exactly what that is.
Yep.
Do you guys own one of these?
Tickles your brain. Tickles your brain.
I know you guys don't like me plugging shit since we don't have any sponsors, but I was walking by this. I'm like, I need to do a little show and tell. These things are awesome. What's this thing called?
I don't know what it's called.
A head massager? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure I got hit like the kiosk at the mall, and they demoed it, and I was like, I need one of these right now.
It's like one of those. It's like one of those. Like slingshot things with a light. They you shoot them up in the air, and then they spin down like that, just like that. You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, the person selling them is so good at it and makes it look so easy. And
so
you're like,
much
I'm going
fun.
to take this home and I'm going to get so good at it.
And it's going to land on my roof, and then I'll be done with it forever.
I felt like I was wealthy when I knew I bought shit like this. I'm like, yeah, I want this. I'm buying it.
What is it, like $2?
I don't know, but it's just I would have never bought this before. Like, this thing is so cool. I've had it for so many years. You can't do it to yourself. You know what I mean?
So people who are just listening to the podcast have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a head massager.
Yeah, it's the thing that with a little.
Are we doing this?
It looks like an egg beater without the end.
Are we going around the house and showing off our favorite items? Like, are we doing show and tell?
You didn't get the text before, Matt. Yeah. Matt's like, Sammy, bring me my dildo.
Hey, what's your question, Sevan? You told me today on the phone you had 2 questions you were going to start the podcast off with, and they have not come up.
I feel bad just confronting you with this.
Me or Matt? Me or Matt?
I think we should sell these.
Shut up.
I think our podcast should sell these. This is our item. This is our item right here.
You're about to be fired. You're about to get replaced.
Josh and I are about to make someone else relevant.
Yeah, someone else is going to be relevant other than you.
Oh, I'm crying. Hey, when I'm in Josh's corner at the fight, this is going to be my job doing this to him.
Oh. Well, let's talk about it. The fight is happening September. The last 2 weeks of September. Me, Jacob Hapner, old spoon chest Dave Castro wouldn't do the fight. 6 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 12-ounce gloves, no headgear. It's going to be legit.
Did you see Julio Cesar Chavez fucking promoted it?
He promoted
on his Instagram.
I know. One of the greatest boxers of all time.
Really?
Yes.
That's sick. Oh my God. I am so excited. I'm just excited for a weekend in Vegas. I love
See, I don't like Vegas that much. Really? You don't seem like a Vegas type of guy at all.
I don't drink. I don't gamble, but I love Vegas.
What about it?
You get to do dope shit. Dude, last time I was there, we went to...
you're talking about SHOT... Yeah, because you go to SHOT Show every year there.
Well, that's fun. Like, that's a big highlight. But, last time I went there, we went to the exotic racing, where you go on a racetrack and you get to pick out whatever supercar you want. So that was incredible. And I did see that place installed a go-kart track, so I'll be hitting that up repeatedly.
I'll do that with you. I'll probably beat you at that.
Not a chance. Last time I was there, I got to ride. Last time I was there, I got to ride in a F-16, so that's always high up on the list. They got In-N-Out Burger, which is my favorite.
That's Nellis, though, right? That you were at, not Vegas, really. Is it Nellis?
That's not fun, is it, Matt? Isn't that just like an experience you check off the list? Is that actually fun?
What's that, F-16?
Yeah.
It was fucking wild. How is that not fun?
Yeah.
I would feel so sick.
Yeah, I never got sick, but it was
Wow.
absolutely crazy. Just like
Yeah.
pulling G's and doing flips and spins and dive bombing. It was crazy. No, Vegas is just fun. There's so much shit to do. Like, I don't drink at all, and in like the last 3 times I've been to Vegas, I think like Sam and I put like $5 in a slot machine just to say we did it, and I hated every minute of it. I don't like gambling, but the food is absolutely incredible. Anything you want to do, you can do. Last time we were there, we went to a Cirque du Soleil show, which is mind-blowing.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, those
so
are really
much fun
cool.
shit. And then they got In-N-Out Burger, which is the best.
There's one literally about 100 feet from my house.
I'm just excited to see you guys.
Me too. I'm excited to see your face.
And then
Hey.
for the fights the day before, there's a strongman competition too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, Matt's done his research. So,
Yeah,
Josh,
no,
I want to hear
he knows more than I do.
I want to hear the gritty details. So, tell me from the beginning. So, someone calls you and they're like, "Hey, we saw you on Instagram boxing, and you have 770,000 followers, and Matt's too much of a pussy to fight. You want to jump in there?" Oh.
Pretty much exactly. No, that's not how it went at all. So I started going boxing. I started going to a boxing class and started doing boxing, and then I literally might have posted about it once or something, and then me and Dave started chirping at me, and then we started chirping back and forth, and then Cooper, my guy who runs the coffee.
Yeah, what is Cooper? What is Cooper? You're what?
I don't know how to describe, what is he? He's not my agent, he's not my manager, but he's like he runs the logistics for the coffee, and he runs logistics for my programming.
Is he more your Sammy or more your Matt O'Keefe?
I mean, I don't take him at my bed.
I was about to say.
Where do you take him? Where do you take him?
I'm like, I don't do the things that Matt's doing, but and so Cooper reached out to me. He goes, "I'm gonna get you on a fight." He's like, "Would you do it if I can do this?" And I'm like, I literally was in my head, "Shut up, Coop. You're not gonna do anything. Like, you're just messing with me." And he reached out to the guy that's putting on the Half Thor Eddie Hall card and said he had a fight for us, which was, at first we tried to pump me and Dave up, which would have been fantastic. I'm really bummed that it's not working out. Hopefully, maybe down the road it still does. If Dave can actually, get rid of that spoon chest and take his shirt off.
Who's more disappointed that you're not fighting Dave, Matt or you?
Me. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Maybe the world too. Man, the hatred that is out there for Dave is unreal. Every time we were chirping at each other, the things that I would get back about Dave, I felt bad. I was like, damn. I'm like, I like Dave. I'm like, we're making fun of each other. We're chirping at each other, but I actually like the guy. I'm like, man, there are some people love to hate that guy. And so, the thing is I felt like if it was me and Dave, at least the whole world would have been on my side, except for like 3 people, like Dave's family, like that's it. And so we promoted it. We tried to push it for me and Dave to do the fight. Dave, we contacted Dave once they were interested in that, and Dave was like, "Hey,
So I'm sorry. Go back a second. So Cooper reached out to the promoter of that other fight and said, "Hey, what about letting me promote something?" Did he know those guys?
No, he just reached out to him and basically said, "Hey, I got 2, former Navy SEALs, guys big in the CrossFit world with a following, and they, what about putting them on the undercard?" They reached back out immediately, and I was like shocked, And then we basically had to try to make a legitimate fight, and so, went through that negotiations, or not negotiations, but talks with Dave, and Dave couldn't do it. Then we tried to find somebody else, and we finally got Hubner and he happened to agree pretty quick.
So take me through that. So Dave finally says no. He gives you a hard no, and Cooper immediately pivots to Jacob.
No, we pivoted to another person. Don't really care to say who. I don't, for whatever reason, that person couldn't do it either. And then we pivoted to and then Hebner came up, and he was pretty on board immediately. So yeah.
Do you know him?
Like, did his name just pop up? Like, were you just looking at a leaderboard and you're like...
I think we were just looking at like CrossFitters with, a bigger following, and we were also looking at people with semi the same size. Jacob's actually he's actually a little bit bigger than I am. He's about 200 pounds. And so I'm 170. So I asked if he'd come down a little bit and wait, for the fight. We haven't really. I don't know if it's actually agreed upon if we're doing that or not. But whatever. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And he knocks me out. He knocks me out. But I'm gonna go in there swinging, baby, and it's gonna be a good time. Woohoo!
What Khalipa wouldn't do it?
I would not have fought Khalipa. He's too big. He's 220. Damn. He's 220, 230. I'm not going to fight that guy.
No, Khalipa claims he's 215. I don't believe it for a second, but that's what he claims.
I would have fought Jason if we would have wrapped king-size pillows around our hands, and maybe then, would I fought him.
Or just him wrap big pillows around.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So if you win this fight, will you have a professional record of 1-0?
It's not a professional fight, no. It's I think it's considered to be honest, I don't know what it's considered. It's not a professional, it's not an amateur fight. I want to say it's an exhibition, is what I would have to call it. But I will not be a professional fighter. I'm not a professional fighter.
Can we gamble on it?
Oh, I'm sure you can. I bet you can. Yeah. If I had to bet, if I was going to guess, I would say yes.
If you had to bet, if you could bet?
If I would bet, I'd be betting on me, baby. All in on me, baby. What?
I am about to. I might. Fuck. I hate gambling, but this is something that would be exciting to gamble on.
It would make it more interesting for sure.
And then if I lose 10 grand on you, I get to hound you about you. So it's a win-win.
There you go. It's a win-win, baby. It's a win-win.
Dave's already predicted that second round knockout.
I saw that. I don't know how I feel about Dave being on my side. I don't know if I feel like that's going to hurt me or help me.
I don't know, man. Hebner's got some long arms.
Isn't he the one that was complaining about? Or is that why he was complaining? Because his arms are so long? Because of the
handstand push-up standard?
Right,
yeah. So he has long forearms.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I just got to stay small, baby. You're small, stay small. Stay small. You know what I mean? Stay small.
But do you know him? Like, do you have his phone number in your phone?
Before this, no. I do have it now. We did. Yeah, we weren't. I would not have said. I wouldn't say like. We didn't talk outside of a competition ever, but we would always talk at competitions.
Yeah, like you're friendly.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's but we didn't talk outside of competing. Mm-hmm. But I like Chico. I never had any issues with him. I was never like, I don't like that guy. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's good. I interviewed him once at the CrossFit Games. He was really, really good until he wasn't. I only did one interview, but something happened. Something went sideways in the interview, and it was like almost like I got too personal with him. You know what I mean? I can't remember exactly what I said. And then
Sevan got too personal.
Yeah. Hold on. Are you sure?
And I even remember where it was. It was in Carson. It was over, where you guys did the, where Adrian would talk to you, and what's that called, where they tell you about the workouts ahead of time? The briefing.
Athlete briefing.
And then you go under that tent and they give you a vest or they put a chip on you or some shit. It was over there and I was interviewing him, and something he did rubbed me wrong. Like, I can't remember what it was.
So what you're saying is he didn't rub you right.
No, he didn't rub me right, and I hope you knocked the fuck out of him.
Oh man, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
I'm glad it's not Dave. It was stressing me out. You were gonna hurt him.
I love combat sports. I love competing. It gives me something to train for, man. It really does. I'm really excited. I'm loving boxing. Like, I really am enjoying it. So it's so much harder than I thought it was, to be honest.
Oh, and yeah.
It's insane. Like, I literally thought I was in shape, and then I'm like, I'll throw 10 punches and I'll be like, I'm so tired. I have to give me a break. Give me a break. And the footwork that goes into it, the skill, I've already started sparring a little bit, and so yeah, man, it's tough. It's like I told you this the other day, Sevan. I got punched like 3 times, and I was like, I don't know if I like this anymore. I was like, damn. But no, yeah, it's good. It's going to be a good time, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. To be honest, it never crossed my mind that this would ever happen in my life. So,
is
really cool.
Hepner training at all? I haven't seen him post anything about any sort of training.
He just started, I believe. But
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna have a little bit of head up. I'm ahead of him a little bit, but he's an athlete, man. He'll be fine.
I was told that he's younger than you and more athletic than you.
Okay, you might be right.
Is that true?
I don't. I'm sure he's younger than me, but I don't know if he's more athletic than I am. Did he play? What's his college? Did he play college sports?
What is your?
I think his background was football.
That's what I thought. I thought it was football. Yeah.
Does your mom know?
Your mom knows.
Hey, someone hacked my mom's account, and there's no
Yeah,
fucking
right.
way. There's no way I'm ever gonna call you dad. So you better cross that off your bucket list, motherfucker.
Back off your computer, little guy. All right, before your father steps in and puts you down.
Nobody hacked your mother's account. Nobody hacked your mother's account.
So Rosemary, wrote on one of my posts that she liked she's like, look at that skin with a heart emoji.
Do you guys want to talk about my Sugar Watt account?
So good. So good.
Matt, are you sponsored by that beer?
What's that? Athletic Brew?
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I am now.
Did you? Is that so? You're such a boss. You just drink one online, and then all of a sudden they reach out to you.
I'm not sure how the interaction went in the very beginning, but I've always the only option there's ever been was O'Doul's. A couple years ago,
getting thirsty with them O'Doul's.
You could get a Beck's, but
Right. I remember that.
St. Pauli girl had a non-alcoholic too, I believe.
And then Sammy won't. She barely ever drinks, but it's anytime she would I would have an O'Doul, she would just take one sip of it, and it's been so long since I've drank that I was like, is this stuff any good? And she's kind of not really, but you get the gist of it.
It's O'Doul's.
Exactly.
Of course it's not good.
And so she just kind of looked up. She's like, there has to be a good non-alcoholic beer. And then she found that company and ordered a variety pack of them. And it was the first time I ever had an IPA. And I took a sip and was like, holy shit! Why does this beer taste this way? And she took a sip. She's like, oh, it's just an IPA. It's really good. Yeah, and I just started posting about it because I thought it was so cool. I've been drinking O'Doul's for the last 10 years and just kind of take it or leave it type thing. Have you guys ever tried it? I'm assuming.
No, not the stuff you have. No, I mean, I went through an O'Doul's phase and a non-alcoholic O'Doul's and Beck's phase.
Yeah, so not only
I drink beer.
Yeah, it's good, but then
and you know what, Josh? That does make you cooler than us. I won't say that very often.
I'm not trying to be cool. I drink beer. I don't drink non-alcoholic. It's like drinking decaf coffee for me. I don't drink that much. I'll have 1 or 2 beers at the most, and it's every 3 weeks.
See, I need to get into drinking decaf coffee because I don't drink coffee after 1 p.m. and then I'm just I'll walk by my coffee machine. I'm I just want to make a shot right now. I just want a coffee. But then
is decaf coffee bad for you? I heard it has chemicals or however they take the caffeine out, it's bad for you.
I think they just
really?
I think they just soak the coffee and it extracts the caffeine. But the only problem is there's still trace amounts of caffeine. And I'm super sensitive, and so I'm just nervous even if I have 10 milligrams of caffeine that I won't sleep I'll just toss and turn all night.
Sometimes I'll do after 3 p.m. if I really need like a hot liquid. I'll either do bone broth. I'll just heat up a cup of bone broth, and I actually really like that. That's what I was drinking actually when we just started the show. And then, or I'll do a green tea, and green tea has like 5 milligrams of caffeine, like almost none.
Huh.
And I like.
Do you make your own bone
I need
broth?
to play. I need to play with decaf coffee. One of these days, I need to just bite the
no.
bullet and see if it keeps me up.
Yeah, you should.
You don't make your own bone broth?
No, I don't make my own bone broth. I buy it. I buy whatever that kettle burn or whatever it's called. That one.
Do you do bone broth, Matt?
No.
I'm
No,
surprised
I'm
Sammy
not.
doesn't make that for you.
Oh, Sammy drinks it. Sammy has it all the time. Just not my
All
thing.
the cool chicks drink that shit.
That's what I am. I'm a cool chick. That's why I
Sammy's
drink.
always
Josh.
felt like
And
the
Josh.
That's why I
healthy
drink it.
gut.
That's right.
What do you guys think about Rich being 5th in the Open? Did you guys know he's 5th in the Open?
I saw that today.
Yeah. I
Do you think
mean,
there's any chance he would do individual?
No, he's got a team. He had like people move there to be on a team.
yeah.
I don't think he would.
I mean, like, I was kind of surprised the response from it. Of like, are people surprised that he's like in the top 10? Like, is that a shocker to people, or
right?
like, he's still an incredibly fit dude,
And he still trains the exact same way. Typically, like,
Exactly.
he might train a little bit less. Probably not much though. That guy,
Yeah,
like when you realize how much he actually loves to train, like it's not something he just does because he's getting paid to do it. Like, I think even when like CrossFit goes away from where he's not competing, I bet he's still training just as much. Maybe he'll start to back off a little bit. But that dude just loves it. Like you can see it when you're around him.
yeah, like that last 21.4 threw a wrench into it for people. The amount of people that I saw that were attempted weights over and over, and then in the last 30 seconds had to strip off their outside plate and just to get a score was unreal. Like, we saw like Easy do it in the Open announcement. He missed 315 twice and had to go 275. I saw Paul Tremblay do it. Noah Olson did it. Like, all these people just missed all of their attempts and then just had to take like a low number. I saw like, I think Noah redid it and got a higher number. But yeah, I mean, just the amount, even Vellner. I think Vellner only got like 1 attempt. It was
After
just
this
crazy to me.
podcast, there's going to be a list of people that Matt hates. It's going to be like, he hates Vellner, he hates Noah, he hates Easy. He hates...
No, but like
Good thing you
these
threw
guys,
Vellner in
these
there.
guys
No one
that
would
are
ever think you hate
knowing,
Vellner.
these guys are all guys. A lot of them are like people you consider a barbell specialist, and then it's like, yeah, lifting heavy weights and then lifting heavy weights under fatigue are two completely different things. But it's just
Completely
like
different.
you saw some of the numbers on the leaderboard just go crazy. And then it comes down to the athlete too, of are they trying to put up a good score in the Open for the sake of putting up a good score in the Open, or are they only focused on stage 2 because all the scores reset? So it's like someone like Medeiros, he what was it? I saw
Your
his score.
boyfriend.
It's like he dropped drastically in the leaderboard because
He's
his
got like 270, 272 or something.
yeah, something that it's kind of like, okay, he has to be capable more than that. All his other scores are like right at the top, and then he got over 1,000 points on 21.4. And so I have to assume someone like him is just like, oh, who cares? I'm on to stage 2. I'm not even going to retest that workout.
Doesn't
So
make
yeah,
sense.
I think a lot of it comes down to happenings like that, where I have a couple buddies that are competing. They're like, yeah, like if it were going into regionals and it dictated what heat I'd be in, yeah, I'd redo it, approach it better. But if I'm in the top, whatever the cutoff is, 7,000, who gives a shit?
Right. The thing is also too that I really like about that workout is the fact that you have that. Hey, yeah, you're gonna get to lift heavy weight, but you're gonna have to get your heart rate up before you do it. And it was always interesting to me to see the guys with the big numbers never did well at those workouts when their heart rates were high for their lifting. Like I guess my best example is that 16 open workout, where it's a squat clean ladder, where it's a toes to bar double under, and then ascending weight, descending reps on squat cleans, and it got up to 315 for 7 at the end. I took 6th place in the world in that workout. With my max clean is like 340. You had dudes who were cleaning 400 pounds who didn't finish this work, who could clean 400 pounds and didn't finish the workout. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of mind blowing to me because like I enjoy trying to lift heavy under fatigue. Like I did that a lot in my training, and I really enjoyed it. And I actually typically did better when I had to. When the higher my heart rate was for lifts, and so it was always interesting to me that like the big boys didn't do that well, typically.
Yeah, I think you have to add in that typically because there are a couple exceptions. You know, I remember.
Yeah, of course.
A year or two ago, this one workout was like pistols, box jumps or box step ups or something, and clean and jerks, and like when I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, these are good movements for me. Especially in a combination. And then it was like Jeffrey Adler beat me by like 2 minutes. Like I think I got 2nd place and Adler beat me by.
What workout?
It was an open workout, yeah. I forget what it was.
Step ups and clean and jerks?
Maybe. I think it was pistols, box jumps 19? Or box step ups. I don't know, man. It's all a blur.
I'm just trying to, because I can remember open workouts really well, and I didn't do 19 and 20 because of my knee.
Yeah, it may have
so
been 19.
I'm guessing it had to be in one of those years because I don't remember this workout.
Excuse me. Oh, hi, I'm Josh Bridges. Are we talking about open workouts? Oh, yes. Let's go back to the 2016 open workout. Hello, Matthew Fraser. Hello, Sevan Matossian. How are you guys today?
Are you done? You done? It's not funny anyways. You done?
It's like every time you talk about the games, it's like you're auditioning. You're just like hoping someone from the games team sees you talking about it and wants to fucking hire you. I just love your games. I love your games voice. I like it when I say weird shit.
Josh.
No, Josh. I like it when I say weird.
Yeah, shit all over Josh. Yeah, that's fine.
No, you're even keeled as a motherfucker. Josh is like adjust his headphones clear. So, hello, I'm Josh Bridges. Let me adjust my tie here.
Yeah, right.
I ain't
auditioning for shite.
I also like it when you say something and Matt has to like think for a second and he cocks his head like a dog that just heard the biscuit door open. You know what I mean? He's like, huh? Did I hear something in the kitchen? Am I getting
I have to think about like, all right, how do I answer this? How do I answer this without pissing people off?
I love it that Sevan always has to chime in when he doesn't have anything to add to the conversation. So he has to like start ripping on us because he has nothing else to add other than, hey, let's pick on these or let's talk shit to these two guys right now.
I have no idea what they're talking about. Start judging them.
Yes, I will judge them with all my heart.
Start attacking. Holy shit, what if this makes it in the subclips and I didn't say anything?
What am I going to do?
Bands on deadlift or bench. What the fuck are those for? And do you guys use them?
Like speed bands?
Yeah, like I don't know. I just see it all over Instagram and I don't do any of that stuff. Do you guys do that stuff? Why? And
I have done some of it. I don't do it a lot. It's typically because then it gives, right, so that band, as it's pulling on the bar, as you're standing up, it's giving more resistance as you're getting higher into a better position. And so
like
now
chains?
You're just like, yeah, exactly, like chains, right? And so you can either be focusing on speed with it, where you're trying to drive through that sticking point, or you're working on a sticking point. You know what I mean? Like where
you're working on your lockout.
Yeah, exactly. Like getting like that top end strength.
Josh, have you ever snatched? Have you ever snatched with bands on?
That sounds silly and dangerous.
Have you done that, Matt?
It gets you good though. It gets you good.
Yeah, does it? I bet it does. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
But I would feel like it would pull you forward more than it already does. No.
I mean, it pulls evenly. Like.
Okay. Well, I'm saying like the bar's out in front. The bar's out in front of you, and you're like, and there's also like this.
What's holding the band to the ground?
Like I would put one end of the band on the rig, and then like a heavy ass dumbbell out in front, and so the bands were just like going over them this way. So I'd have a band on each side of the bar. Super, like the lightest bands you can get. And then I would only do it with like a 50 kilo snatch. But
Okay.
yeah, it was just to practice my turnover, because my turnover was getting sloppy. So I did a whole bunch. And it
Does it kind of make, does it make you stay connected to the bar more? Is that kind of, is that what I'm
it basically all it's doing is like increasing gravity. So it's like I was having a problem with like just of like pulling the bar and then just diving under. And so like the bar was just crashing on me. So like this just forced me to keep that tension on the bar as I pulled underneath.
Yeah. So like, yeah, okay. That's what I meant. That's kind of what I meant by staying connected to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. I'm not into that kind of shit right now anymore. It's not where I'm at in my life, but I might give it a shot. You know, who knows? You never know.
Dude, today was the first day that I worked out twice in one day.
Oh, dang. He's coming back.
Real. Shit got real.
He's coming back, boys. You heard it here first, folks. He's coming back.
People hate you. I love it for doing that to their ears. Yeah. Matt, why did you work out twice? And
because I wanted to.
Matt. Okay, well,
it's as simple as that.
Are you itching at all? If I were,
no.
Josh said that time will tell if you get the itch. Are you itching? We just went through the open.
I did take beta alanine this morning for my spin bike workout, so I was itching real good. It's the first time I took it in a while. Yeah, so I was feeling real good on the bike, and then the second, I did like a 40-minute spin bike workout this morning, and then tonight was just like all dumbbell bodybuilding, just trying to get some big old arms and shoulders.
Will you tell us?
Huh?
Just trying to.
Will you tell us if you set a PR? Will you if you set a PR in something? Will you let us know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, don't hold your breath.
That way we can. That gives us fodder to be like, oh shit, he's coming back.
No, like
just let us know if you set a PR.
So, and any of the stuff that I know my personal records in, like, it would be so crazy. Like the amount of work that I'd have to put in to beat any of those numbers would just be absurd. I fitness for fun, man. I fitness to be healthy.
Just to be clear, so we just got through the open. Matt wasn't a part of it, and today he worked out twice. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Yep. He had those feelings. He had those feelings we talked about. I don't like this.
No,
my name's out of the top of the leaderboard, and I don't like it.
Hey, I would be willing to bet that Matt could call Rose X and just be like, "Yo, I want in."
Of course he did. And if they didn't, it would be insane.
There is zero chance that would happen. No, I'm trying to look fit now. I'm trying to lean out. I'm weighing my food. I'm eating lean proteins and broccoli. That's all I'm eating.
I love that you're saying, I'm trying to look fit.
Yeah.
It is like so weird.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing to think.
It's a new thing that I want to try. It's like
hey man, you got your goals. You got goals. Everyone's got goals. I like it.
You'll get on the cover of a magazine. Have you ever been on the cover of a magazine, Josh?
Like that. What's that old? There was a CrossFit complete.
No, a real magazine.
No,
a real magazine.
no, not a real magazine.
One of the ones that's like a.
I don't remember the name of the one that was the CrossFit one, but yeah, I was on the cover of that one. That's it. Never any real magazines.
Have you, Matt?
I think so. Yeah.
Like a fitness mag? Which one?
I don't know. I don't remember their names. Like maybe a Men's Health, or what's the other one? I don't know. I think I have.
God, I hope it wasn't that one. That one is bad.
Oh, why? Tell us more. Tell us more, Dr. Sevan. Tell us more, Dr. Sevan.
That one is just a shit show. Those morons, I don't want to give them any love, but those guys are morons over there.
Jesus.
Kill them. Okay, kill them.
You know, I have this list of just douchebags I want to talk about, but I always just like cross it out because I really don't want to punch down. It's
right,
like, hey,
well, you promote them as you do it. All publicity is good. All publicity is good publicity, right?
Josh, what was that? Do you think what was that magazine that like it was around like Inside the Box or Box?
Yeah, I feel like Spock something.
Box
Yeah.
Rocks is one. There's a Box Rocks. Yeah.
And there's
That's
another
not the one
one.
I'm talking shit. That's not the one I'm talking shit about either, by the way.
No, I just remember like when I first joined Champlain Valley, they had one of those magazines on the coffee table, and Chris Spieler was on the cover of it, and I was like, man, that's when you know you made it.
That's
I just thought that was so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the first time I saw Spieler, I was like, I didn't have my glasses, and I was just like squinting, staring at him, and he thought I was mean mugging him, and I was like, no, like you look like the guy on the cover of the magazine, because he had a big beard at the time. And I was like, oh, like I thought I recognized you, and now you think I was like mean mugging you. Shit.
Oh.
Noah got in trouble for that too. I think at one of the games he patted Spieler on the head and called him Spiely.
Oh my gosh, yes. I remember this.
But I loved it. I loved it. Like,
Of course you did.
I loved it. I just thought it was amazing. But like all the media guys at HQ were like, that's disrespectful. And like all the athletes were like, that's disrespectful.
Dude, if I was
And I'm
Spiel,
like,
I would have uppercutted him in the chin, bro. Not gonna lie. Oh, Spiely, huh? What-ta!
he wouldn't have done shit. I remember some dude called you a runt and you didn't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him since. He's been hiding.
Who's going to commentate your fight?
I have no idea. I asked somebody to do the behind the scenes, and he turned me down.
Holy shit, that must have been one successful fucking arrogant prick to turn you down.
Right? That's what I said. I was like, dang.
Holy shit.
I call up this guy, and I was like, hey, man, you know, I feel like we're close. We're friends now. Not that we haven't been friends for a while, but we're friends, and I want to give you this opportunity. I'm giving you an opportunity. Come, it's knocking on the door right now, baby. Come get it. And you're like, hey, this guy was like, hey, man, I don't think I can. I got kids. I don't want to leave my kids.
Oh, he sounds like a good dude.
Josh, look at how many camera lenses Sevan has behind him. He has his own home office. This man does not need piddly behind the scenes.
These ain't piddly, dude. These ain't piddly. All right, these are my behind the scenes.
Now that I've bought some camera lenses, I know I'm like, holy shit. That's a lot of money you got sitting behind you there, Sevi.
There are a lot of camera lenses for a lot of different kinds of cameras. How about that shelf up there? Wait, like
oh yeah, that's a lot of money right there.
Just a quick flex.
Yeah, no big deal. MBD.
Matt, are you and Sammy married?
No, we're engaged.
But there was a show where you referred to her as your wife.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. But
I call her my wife all the time.
Flooded.
Yeah, I call her my wife all the time because I hate the word fiance. I don't like the word. And I mean, half the time I'll call her my girlfriend, half the time I'll call her my wife, and it's just, I don't know. It's like, even when we get married, it's like, yeah, we'll have a celebration, we'll do all that, but then like, I don't know if we'll sign like the paperwork because I don't want to get the government involved in my relationship. I just don't see the point.
Yeah, that's the good thing though is if someone dies, then you don't have to worry about anyone else getting your shit. You just know Sammy gets it.
Look at those little hand behind.
Hey, which one is Josh and which one is Matt? Who's that one?
Matt.
That's Matt, right? And who's that one?
Josh.
And who's this guy?
Heidi.
And out of the three of us, who's more handsome? Out of the three of us, who do you think has the nicest face?
Josh.
Yeah, runs in the family. Runs in the family.
That's right. Thanks, Ari. You're a good dude.
Good boy. Avi, watch
That's
it.
what I said.
Avi,
That's what I
watch it.
said, Avi.
No, you said Ari.
I said Avi.
We have the tape.
Okay.
I don't mean to disappoint you guys, but this is going to be, not you guys, the other listeners. This is going to be a short show today. Matt has a pedicure he has to go to.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And,
people were mad last
tired.
week. People were mad last week when it was an hour and 27 minutes instead of 90
Really?
minutes.
Now were people mad or were like two people mad?
Hey,
I
you
love
know
how
what
they
is?
just push it. I love how they just push him out like this, like.
You know what is what is funny though is so I was texting you guys today and I couldn't get a response from Matt, and so then I went over to his Instagram and posted, and holy shit, that thing blew up.
Oh my god!
All right, don't act like I wasn't the only one that. Don't act like I was the only one not texting you back. Josh didn't text you back either. I texted
That's
Josh
right.
on the side, and I was like, "Hey, are we just ignoring Sevan for a good laugh?"
I was actually at an appointment, and so I was like,
for 8
no,
hours.
it was only 2. It was like an hour and a half. I was at a.
Oh man, Sevan sent through like a whole bunch of texts, and they just kept getting them more and more
I think
desperate.
most of them-
It's like,
I
pay
think they
attention
were
to me,
coming to
please.
you.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah.
Well, it's 6:30 and my wife's. We're all sitting down for. Everyone's sitting down for dinner. And my wife's like, "Are you doing this podcast?" I'm like, "Not 100% sure yet." You know what happened is I hadn't come in this studio in a long time, and I came in here to update my computer in here. And the reason why I'm using a laptop instead of all the fancy shit is because the computer's updating, because it hadn't updated in like, I don't know, 2 years. So
Who
That's on my
updates that? Who
laptop.
updates their computer? You just
I do.
You just keep saying, "Remind me tomorrow," for 4 years straight.
I hadn't yeah, that's true too. But I hadn't turned it on in a while. I can't be myself with you staring at me. What are you doing?
Just chew that ice nice and loud.
Chew it up.
Did I always say we can watch a movie?
No, you can't watch a movie tonight. Go to bed. Leave.
Okay.
Yo,
I'll be
speaking of
done in 10
movies, have you guys ever heard of this movie called Rambo?
Yes.
What?
Bro, I watched Rambo for the first time ever last night.
Oh my
What?
god!
What a show!
How
so
old are
good.
you? How old? My kids have seen Rambo. They're like,
31.
you're 31 years old, and this is the first year you've seen Rambo. Have you
Yeah.
only watched the first one?
I'm like halfway through the second one right now.
Oh my god!
I paused it for this podcast.
Welcome to the world, Matt.
Dude,
Jeez.
what a good movie.
John Rambo? I love me some John Rambo, baby. First
Matt,
Blood.
please watch Troy, Matt.
No.
Please
Oh,
watch Troy.
Shut up. Shut up.
We're
So,
having a good conversation, and Sevan
The
just has
first
to
one is
kill it.
The first Rambo is amazing, right?
Yeah.
You know, he goes through. He's like, he's going through, and the old cop just had to keep busting his balls.
Yeah,
You don't
he's
bust
like,
John
"You
Rambo's
won't let me
balls."
come to the diner in your town? Good, I'm going to burn down the town." Love it.
A good supply of body bags. I love that movie.
I haven't
then-
seen it in 20 years.
Really? Oh,
30
man.
years,
You're
maybe.
a kid,
How
you
old
should-
is that movie? What's the date on it?
I bet it's like
I mean,
early
it's-
80s. I bet it's
Yeah.
I bet it's 80s.
You think my kids can see that movie?
No, not yet. But I let my kids probably 2 years ago, so that would make them 6 and 8. They definitely watched it.
My kids watch Troy.
They were probably like, "This is stupid, Dad."
No, they liked it.
Can we
They
put
liked
Gladiator?
it.
Can we put Gladiator on?
No.
Yeah, I found the old hard drive that I had in college. I got it. It had to be like 2010, and I bought a 1 terabyte hard drive. This thing is like the size of a brick, and needs
Yeah.
external power source. And and this is back in the day when Netflix sent you DVDs. There was no streaming.
Oh.
It was just DVDs. And my buddy showed me a program how to like rip the DVDs. And so I bought this hard drive. So I have a full terabyte of just all these movies. And I was flicking through last night, and I was like, "Oh, I have 3 Rambos. Never seen them. Let's watch one." Great movie.
Oh, what do you watch
I
on?
highly
What do you
recommend.
watch on?
What do you mean?
Highly.
What do you watch on? Matt, these aren't on your big screen?
No, I plugged the hard drive into my TV. The
You know how
$300.
to do that?
Huh? Do I know how,
You know
to,
how
do
to
that?
do that?
I figured it
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know how to plug a hard drive into your TV, Josh? I'm like savvy as shit, and I would never even think about plugging a hard drive directly into my TV.
It's got a
It's just a USB that you plug in.
It's got a USB port, so yes, I would assume you just plug that into the USB port.
And then you just go. There's a menu, and you just double click on Wow, that is some
Yeah.
Napster fucking 1999 shit you're doing.
Yep,
Yeah,
watched Joe
that's
Dirt
old
2 nights
school.
ago. Oh, it's good.
Holy shit. You really are frugal.
How does that make me frugal?
Dude. You should just be going on iTunes and just building the library and just buying movies, anything you want. You're a boss.
I have some movies on my iTunes that I watch when I travel. I just splurged. I bought a new hard drive the other day. I got one of those 2 terabyte
Solid state.
solid state. There it is. Whew. That thing is sick.
We just left Josh in the dust. Technologically, his brain just went to mush.
I was doing what you did earlier, Sevan. I was just thinking about ways to make fun of you guys.
Yeah,
That's
you're
all I was
just
thinking about right
sitting
now.
back until you can insult something,
ju-
and
I'm
then you'll
just-
chime in when the time's right.
I'm gonna judge right now, real quick. Let me judge. Put my judging glasses on.
What movements do you guys, now that you're not competing, what movements do you just completely avoid? You're like, hey, these are just not worth doing.
Pistols.
Josh is real quick on that.
I have a list. Pistols. I told people for years that would come over that weren't competing, and they'd be at my house and they'd want to do pistols for some reason, and I'm like, there is a much safer way to do something that you get the exact same effect from, either lunging or doing box step ups, and you do not ever need to do a pistol ever.
This is one of these things where Josh isn't good at them, so he's like, they're unsafe, they're not good.
I'm not good at pistols. Okay. Obviously, you've never watched any of the regionals. Okay,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, maybe
In 2016
if you can hit
in Del Mar,
depth,
I
maybe
was
if you can
there.
hit depth on your left side.
Don't worry about my depth there, Judgy McJudgerson. Pistols was definitely one that I've always said that I don't think is a necessary movement for people who don't do competing. I really don't think handstand push-ups are either. I think wall walks are a better alternative, or just push-ups, or like a dumbbell shoulder press. I really
Once
don't
again,
think, I
another
think
movement that Josh isn't good at, and he just says they're not safe, they're not good.
I remember when I beat you at a workout in England.
Never
we were
happened.
We were in London, and you're like, dude, I thought I was really good at handstand push-ups, and I beat him in this workout. And
All right, if I walked off halfway through the workout, that doesn't count as beating me.
That was the time you came over and choked him out, Matt.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. But no, yeah, I think that you're so prone, especially when you're competing, to bouncing your head off the floor. Strict or kipping, I don't think are really that great of a movement. If I wasn't competing, I wouldn't do them. I will still do them here and there, but I don't do them nearly as much as I used to.
Anytime I do fast, strict handstand push-ups on a dollar mat, all I think about is Joe Dirt when he's like, luckily, my neck broke my fall.
yeah, exactly.
Is there anything you don't do, Matt, or that you're like, hey, I'm going to stop doing that, or I'm avoiding that, or not the effort, but the actual movements?
Nothing's really jumping out. I don't know, probably like the assault runner. I just hate that machine. Like, it's a really good tool for like getting super fit and like getting a super hard workout. I'll run 10 miles on the road before I run 1 mile on that thing. I just don't enjoy it at all.
Because you're standing in one place, or sorry, Josh.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with assault runner. I actually like the true form for running.
Yeah, that's not
think
fair.
that-
I should just say any stationary runner.
So for me, the assault runner, because that it turns over so fast, I actually run with poor form on it. Where the true form, I actually have to stay to better form, and it helps alleviate some knee pain. Where I actually think the assault runner hurts my knees more than running on ground.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm a very strong like road runner or track or any terrain, but on the air runner and true form, I feel like that fitness just doesn't translate over. And so I don't know if I'm doing it. Is one tool that I have
brutal.
seeked so much help on, of like just like recording, like seeing if my foot strike is wrong, seeing if I'm like overextending, underextending, my cadence is fast, anything, looking for any reason. I just don't enjoy my time on it. So, I mean, once we're back in Vermont, I'm sure I will have to be back on it because we're going to have winters. Although I did just get a stair stepper, and so I'm going to put on some mileage on that thing. I am so excited. Josh,
wait,
do
like a
not
stair
laugh.
stepper like I would see in a gym? It's like a little escalator?
Yeah.
Oh,
it is my
Matt.
favorite thing.
You are getting after it, bro.
Have you guys ever used one? Have you guys ever used one?
Of course I've been on a stair stepper. It's
Not
been
a
Like
lot,
for how
but-
long?
millions of years.
So it was
Why
when
don't
I
you
was
like
out,
it? You don't like
when
the
I was out
idea of it? It
visiting.
reminds you of old people, Josh? Is that what it is? It reminds you of just like some old people shit?
I'm old. I'm old. Well, no, I'm not the oldest guy on this. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of funny to me.
Yeah. Oh no, it's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I bring it up, because I know it's funny. But it was when we were out in Utah with Marcin and Hebert. Their gym, it's like there's a CrossFit gym, a yoga gym, a spin. Like they have everything under one roof. And Sammy was like, "Hey, I'm going to go do the stair stepper for 10 minutes to warm up. Like, come with me." And I was like, "No, not getting on a stair stepper." Like I was dead against it. And she was like, "Just come spend time with me." I was like, "Okay." I do 10 minutes in, I am pouring sweat. I am breathing as if I'm just like, I don't even know like what, but the amount of sweat that was coming out of me. Every day I would do 40 minutes on that stair stepper, and it was the best workout. And so I was like, okay, when I build
What
out
year was this?
This is last year.
Wow. Prior to the games? Before the games?
I think it was it was right before Wadapalooza last time that happened.
Interesting.
But yeah, I was there for
I
a
bet
week.
you, I bet
I
you
was there
Josh will buy one. I bet you Josh will buy one. I guarantee it. Within the next 6 months, he'll own one.
No,
Dude, I remember training
There
with-
are things. Oh, go ahead.
Remember training with Kalipa, and Kalipa had one in his gym. This is like 15, 16. Kalipa had one in his gym, and we were doing like a 30-minute EMOM, and Jason he made the stair stepper one of the minutes. And
You're not helping your
refused.
case, Matt. You're not helping your case.
I refused. I was like, "No, Jason, I'm not doing the stair stepper." If only I had listened to his wisdom back then when he was like, "Dude, I'm telling you, it's a great workout. It's a great workout." I'm like, I should have listened, because it is a great workout.
There are two things though I agree with that are kind of similar. They're similar to a stair stepper, but they're not quite as.
Yeah, we get it.
I don't know how. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, you know.
Yeah,
what
you
I mean.
can't say
don't get
anything without
canceled.
getting in trouble.
Don't get canceled. Don't get canceled, Josh.
So there's a Jacob's ladder, which is really amazing.
Yep.
You guys know what Jacob's ladder is? Yeah, that's
Yep.
pretty similar. That's kind of similar to the
This?
No, well, it's these wooden dowels, and you literally it's a big machine.
crawl.
It's actually pretty big, and you crawl
It's like a
on
stair
it.
stepper, but you crawl.
And it's at about a 45.
Okay.
I think it's at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Is it motorized or do you do it?
You do it.
Yeah, it's
but
motorized.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then you have the VersaClimber. I think that's what you were just referring to. And the VersaClimber is I would put a weight vest on and do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, or just straight 10 minutes of that. And dude, that is a workout. That's a quad and glute hamstring burner.
Yeah, like if I
Do you
wasn't
do the
able to get my
VersaClimber, Matt?
No, so like right now in my gym, I just never bothered looking at equipment. But with the new gym that I'm building out, I'm putting in like all the orders for like, I just want my dream gym. And if I wasn't able to get my hands on a Stairmaster, stair whatever, I was going to get a Jacob's ladder, because I just wanted something that like you just put your head down and just go. You don't need to think about it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
You get
I got
yourself
a
an
Stairmaster.
you get yourself an elliptical if you don't find that Stairmaster.
I might, dude. Give me a little time, man. I might.
I got
a hamstring curl machine. Oh, I'm so excited for it.
I
gonna be
remember
awesome.
when I was doing my rehab for my knee, and my PT told me to do the elliptical for 5 minutes. She's like, "Hey, go do that elliptical for 5 or 10 minutes or something like that." And I got on it, And then I got off, and I was like, "You got me. You got me. I'm never getting on that thing again. You got me this time, and I'm never getting on that thing again."
Those things actually hurt my knees.
Dude,
I don't like the way those feel.
They're
the elliptical.
awful. It is such a waste of time. It does nothing.
I don't know if I've ever used one.
Maybe if you're really like you know, in your like 80s, 75, late 70s, 80s, or you're in like, I don't know, like, but like I see no reason for that thing whatsoever. Have you seen those people?
It's the kind of thing you try in a hotel when no one else is in the gym, and you like look around and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try this
and
thing.
you hope
like,
there's not a video camera in there to video.
right.
You just hop on one ski and
Yeah, right.
Hey, and now the comments are gonna be like, I'm really surprised at their ego. I'm really surprised. I thought they were laid back. I didn't realize they had such egos and they wouldn't get on the elliptical.
Have you
fuck
seen,
you. Don't ruin our comedy bit.
Have you seen the elliptical bikes that people get?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my gosh. Those are amazing.
like actually, it's like an actual
Yes.
bike that,
That's
I don't
but
get
it
it.
rides like it rides like an elliptical. It's amazing.
That's the
floats
kind of
your
shit
boat.
you just...
Hey,
Yeah,
exactly.
those look dangerous as shit. People come flying through Santa Cruz
better,
on those.
It is better. Let me say this: it is better than nothing. But why not just get a regular bike at that point?
Or run or walk.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand people who can't run and walk. You know, it could crush your joints. I don't run that much. It hurts. It's my knee. My knee gets so swollen now.
So
you
Matt
should try a Stairmaster. It's very easy on the joints.
You know what? Maybe I'll give it a shot, Matt. Maybe I will. I'll come to your gym and give it a shot. We'll put it in an imam.
So Matt, you haven't. There's nothing. You're too soon out of. You're too soon, too close to retirement to have been like, I'm not doing fucking with that movement anymore. Whereas Josh is like,
Yeah, I mean, I was going through a lot of stuff. I was going through a lot of stuff, like testing my programming to make sure it flowed well. But yeah, I was doing everything. There's nothing that's jumping out that I'll just be refuse to do. I'm going to take things at a different intensity. That's for sure. But I mean, that applies to everything.
are you concerned that Josh is going to get knocked out by Jacob Hepner?
Good dude, man.
Do you guys know you're not doing headgear,
Matt?
right?
No headgear.
There's no headgear?
No headgear. No. Yeah, some of there's definitely someone could get knocked out. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's just
Someone's gonna get knocked out.
in the grand scheme of things, you're both beginners.
Yeah.
Very
Very
is
much
that
so.
wrong to say?
Very
yeah.
not much. No, you are very right. You are very right.
Yeah, and you're both incredibly powerful dudes.
Thank you for noticing, Matt.
If one person a knockout, everyone's just one punch away from a knockout. So it's
Fact. Yeah.
we could see some crazy shit happen, and I am so excited for it.
Yeah, I see them. I see, you Josh is training boxing, but I just see the bell ringing and it just turning into a fucking cat fight. Just dudes just fucking.
I would like to say not a cat fight, more like a brawl. Let's not call it. It's not gonna be cats out there.
Okay.
Pawing
All
it. We're
right.
not gonna paw at each other.
You guys just both gonna have your arms right out to the side and just come in doing windmills.
Swinging it. No, man. I'm gonna try to box. I'm learning how to box. I actually am enjoying it. Learning defense and feet movement, right? Creating angles and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm actually gonna try to box. I'm not in my head. I'm not I just want to knock out Hupner. I want to win this fight. That's it. I want to win it.
Are you learning any dirty boxing?
No. Can you teach me?
Good answer. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Biting.
I've been watching UFC for 4 years. I'm a fucking self-proclaimed fucking king of MMA.
So, I have a question. What product do you use in your hair, Sevan?
This is something that you can't get anymore. It's some mud. I forget what it's called. But I don't use it often. But today I did because...
You put product in your hair?
I did.
Look at it. Because last week, too, I noticed it and I forgot to say something.
My screen is so pixely, I can't tell anything about them.
Bro. You look so good.
You know when you find product you like, and so you order like 20 of them in case they ever run out of it?
I couldn't even tell you the last time I put product in my hair.
You know when you found those condoms that fit you when you were traveling over, Josh, and you bought like 12 of them to last you?
What's wrong
It's
with
like that.
you? What's wrong
Savan,
with you two?
Hey man,
You
hey, man.
guys saying like when you find that perfect product for you, is this a normal
Yeah.
thing?
Well, well, if I find something I like, I could obsess on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I like all my underwear are the exact same underwear because
Am I
like
supposed to be
found
putting
the perfect
product in my
underwear.
hair?
No.
I remember
This is
finding
just-
out.
No,
like,
no.
I remember finding out from a friend that he put mousse in his hair, and I could not believe it.
Moose. Moose is like such
Dude,
an old school term. Like that's like an
I-
80s term, 80s, 90s term.
I buy 20 bars of Irish Spring at a time, and then I'm good.
Yes.
For I don't know, 2 years. Like
Matt just made $100,000. They're going to reach out to him tomorrow and be like, if you say that one more time on the podcast.
I'm the gold soap dial, and that's exactly the same thing. Just dial soap. That's it.
I'm Dove.
Yeah, you are.
yeah, and then for shampoo, it's just whatever's laying around. Like one of Sammy's
Yes.
few bottles.
Yes.
She gets mad at me every time she catches me using it
Yes.
because she's like, that's expensive shit because I care about my hair. And I'm like, whew, because I do not.
I just put the tiniest bit of that expensive shit because I don't want to be seen taking it out of the bottle.
I don't even wash my hair every day. I only wash my hair like every 3 or 4 days or something like that.
Me too. I rarely wash my hair. I get it wet. I just
Wait.
don't put soap in it. So
Is that a
here's the
thing?
thing.
You don't have
you're
to
not
wash your
supposed to
hair?
not every day. Not supposed to.
What?
It actually damages your hair.
Oh.
Yeah. You're not supposed to wash your hair like every 2 to 3 days or something like that. Ask Sammy. She'll know.
Well, I thought that was like when you had like really long hair. Like I know Sammy and like other girls have talked about that, but I thought that was just like for really, really long hair.
Josh hasn't sudsed his pubes in 4 years.
Not a big deal. It's my mom. That's what my mom is a beautician. My sister's a beautician, so I know a little bit about the hair stuff.
I'm new to having hair. This is a whole new world for me.
I mean, you don't need
I
to
don't wash it every day because it stays thicker and you can it doesn't just fall all over.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't rinse out the oils and stuff.
So I put this mud in my
No
hair
big
because
deal, boys.
I put this mud in my hair because I'm not liking the beard, but I'm growing the beard for the podcast because it's just it's like a theme. Like, okay, this is 4 weeks, gentlemen, and then next week it'll be 5 weeks, and you guys can give you guys something to talk about besides CrossFit, besides working out.
I have such little to talk about other than CrossFit.
All right, boys. Let's wrap this up. It's past my
I was just gonna say. I bet Matt was getting a little antsy.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
got
I
Rambo
was going to talk
watch.
to you guys about people who've died in your family and what it's like dealing with death. You guys want to talk about that right now?
No.
Okay. How about sleeping? Oh, Matt, real quick. Someone did ask this. I'll throw this. If they make it to the end, they deserve this. They wanted to know what your sleeping aids were again.
Like the whole
I
list
told
of
them you
them?
had some. Yeah.
We'll put in the show notes.
Okay. Never mind that.
No, all right. No, this is quick. All right.
Okay.
Beam Dream for sleep time drink. The light I have, it's got melatonin, CBD, zinc, magnesium, and then the mushroom compound that's super good for you. And it's a cup of hot chocolate. It's amazing. And then the light that I have it's just from Philips. I just got off Amazon. It's like $90, but it's called a Dawn Simulator. It looks like a big giant light bulb.
Josh has something called the Dong Simulator. A little different, but it helps.
Yeah,
but it helps put him to sleep also.
Yeah. Sevan has a theme on his mind.
What is wrong with
Come on,
you?
Matt. Sorry.
What is wrong with you, man?
And then the cooling pad that I have is a
the cooling pad.
A sleep aid. Yeah, that thing is a game changer.
Is it like the chili pad? I have the chili pad.
Yeah, so it's you can use it for warming or cooling. There's 2 zones, so Sammy has hers set to different temperatures, but then you can set it to it changes temperature throughout the night. So you can set it. So like you have a temperature for when you get into bed, then when it senses that you fell asleep, and then 4 hours after that, and then a wake up. And you can set it to vibrate to wake you up, which is a dream.
Oh,
and then,
wow. That is
and then it
kinda
has
cool.
like
That
the
is really
built-in
nice.
technology that like it tracks your like your deep sleep, your REM, like all that stuff. I use none of those features. I only use it to keep me cool.
So you drink some Beam,
Beam
juice.
Dream. Yep.
and then you have the Dawn simulator that tells you when the light's going up or down, and then you have the chiller.
Yep.
And then you have a special mattress too, don't you? Like a mattress that you live to die for.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Performance sleep.
Yeah.
I have all my windows blacked out, and then I got a Walmart box fan that I've had for like 4 years. It's got at least a couple 100,000 miles on it.
Wow.
I sleep like a baby.
And then whatever you and Sammy do is like just the icing on the cake. That just sends you into the deep.
Sevan, man.
And you got to
So,
you guys.
you like to get so provocative sometimes, don't you, Sevan?
I'm just real. I'm just real. I can't help it. I'm just.
You're
real.
the realist.
Realist. For sure.
Perfect time to finish.